Our next story is from China. It's about India. China is accusing India of double standards. On what? Terrorism. Listen to this.
Terrorism is humanity's common enemy. China firmly opposes double standards on counter-terrorism. To support and use terrorist groups and let them thrive out of one's selfish interests at the expense of international and regional security benefits no one and will only backfire. China stands for strengthening counter-terrorism cooperation among all countries to jointly fight all forms of terrorism.
It's a bit rich coming from China, a lecture on terrorism and regional security, especially when you consider China's source, Pakistan, a state sponsor of terror and a safe haven for terrorists. And here's what triggered this statement. A Baloch activist in Pakistan surrendered this month. And he's said to have made a claim that he was funded by India. That's what he claimed, that he was funded by India. He said, India is fueling the Baloch insurgency. No proof was presented. And this was a statement made in Pakistani custody after he surrendered. Now, China is presenting it as the gospel truth. It's a convenient argument. Blame India for the troubles of Balochistan while giving cover to Pakistani terrorists, because that's what Beijing does. It has a long history of doing this. You may remember the Masood Azhar case. India wanted him listed as a global terrorist. It repeatedly raised the case at the United Nations, but China kept blocking it. They blocked the listing in 2009, then again in 2016, and then again in 2017, before finally agreeing in 2019. So China gave cover to Masood Azhar for a decade, and this was just one case. In 2022, China blocked the blacklisting of two terrorists. Hafiz Talha Saeed, the son of Hafiz Saeed, the mastermind of the 2008 Mumbai attacks, and Shahid Mahmood, another member of the Lashkar-e-Toiba. China blocked a listing this year too, of Sajid Mir. He too was involved in the Mumbai attack. So 3 terrorists in 2 years protected by China, and China shields Pakistan in other ways as well, like at the FATF, the Financial Action Task Force, the global terror financing watchdog. In 2018, Pakistan was grey-listed by the FATF for failing to prevent money laundering and terror financing. Pakistan stayed on this grey list for 4 years. It was finally removed in 2022, and for those 4 years, China protected Pakistan. It helped them stay out of the blacklist. Basically, Pakistan's terror factories get an insurance from China. And now this alliance is expanding. Pakistani terrorists are also said to be getting weapons from China. This is what Indian security officials have recently discovered. Some reports emerged earlier this year. Indian agencies found Chinese pistols, grenades, night vision devices and drones with Pakistani terrorists. They say these were supplied by the ISI. So is China now arming Pakistani terrorists? We cannot confirm it yet, but we won't put it past Beijing. They see Pakistan as an asset, a vassal state, and India as a threat, a competing power. So they amplify Pakistan's conspiracy theories and target India at every possible opportunity. Beijing's diplomatic statements are getting sharper. This week, we told you about it, the smear campaign of Chinese mouthpieces. They're calling India the graveyard of foreign companies. Why? Because Chinese phone maker Vivo is under investigation in India. I'll give another example. Recently, India held naval drills in the Philippines. An Indian warship had sailed to Manila. The drill happened in the South China Sea, and Beijing did not like it. This week, the Chinese military issued a statement. It said they saw the reports about the drills, and they should not hurt regional peace and stability. This is the same China that bullies neighbors and threatens peace. It has been harassing the Philippines, ramming into their ships on the high seas. But a simple military drill has upset them. We say this is what double standards look like.